Do at your own pace. Astrology for beginners. 16 astrology classes. 14 plus hours of lecture. 1 hour free appointment. Can you believe you can do astrology at your own pace whenever you want? You can listen lectures, and after listening all that lectures, you have 1 hour free appointment with Akash. That is your consultation also, and your doubts also will be clear there. So this is good thing, and link in bio. You can come anytime. And hello Akash ji,
Namaskar,
namaste.
Rohitji. Ram Ram. How are you?
I am good, and I think Rahu is going to transit yes tomorrow, 18th May, and I can feel the energy. Even we can feel the energy of Rahu. We started video immediately. We stopped due to one small thing, and now again every time I come on the screen, and now you immediately come on the screen as Rahu. So this is energy of Rahu which is operating, and both of us, if we see, you are more into this materialistic calculations planning. You are Rahu and I am Ketu, because I'm more into spiritual things.
Yes, yes,
And
you are
now
spiritual. I am bad person. I am not spiritual.
I want to be Rahu. I'm not saying you're a bad person, but Rahu, spiritualism is Ketu, and you are materialism. So
ठीक है.
let's tell people
Anyways,
where Akash and Rohit is
let's.
going in the chart.
Today we will discuss about 18th May to 24th of May 2025. यार ये मेरा पंखा ना राहु is actually active because what is
एक्टिवेटेड वो एनर्जी, हाँ फील कर सकते हो जब भी आप राहु केतु का कोई वीडियो देखोगे, उनके बारे में पढ़ोगे, और एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन राहु. You will feel that aura energy, and the week is starting with the aura of Rahu and Ketu. So what more you can expect? And
I
all
am just
electrical
trying to
devices.
put my हाँ भाई put my fan on me because I'm feeling hot because of my antibiotics, but yeah, now I'm okay. Anyways, let's start, Rohit. 18th of May till 24th of May 2025, step by step horoscope prediction. Let's start with Aries. Before that, there is do at your own pace astrology for beginners. We can do 16 astrology classes with 40 plus hours of pre recorded lectures. And after that, people have already completed the lectures and now they are asking me for appointment. So I think this is, and what a great feedback. I wish, I think I will put all the feedback as a video on the YouTube channel because people will get to know what kind of people learn it. PhDs, people who are learning astrology, can say about this course. For Aries ascendant people, here when we talk about your chart, Rahu and Ketu are transiting finally to your fifth and the 11th house. That means a lot of things that was related to losses are now converting into gains because here Rahu is coming to the house of material gains and Ketu is coming to the house of dharma, which is such a positive sign, especially all the people who wanted to start something new. Aries ascendant, and I know Aries ascendant people who are launching their own company. One of a person, Aries ascendant, I know Rohitji, he is going to be getting into a deal where he's selling the company so that he can make a profit out of it. So that kind of situation is happening for the people. Here we go. The ascendant lord is debilitated right now, but still it is not at pure debilitation. On 3rd of June is when it reaches 28 degrees where it will be in pure debilitation. So right now it is still okay, there is no problem. Rahu and Ketu on the 11th house, time for you to become very extrovert and also time for you to start working on your mantra chanting abilities. Try to be more spiritual, try to be more mantra chanting. Education, lot of spiritual education is required with Ketu in the fifth house. So all the best. It's going to be one of the most awesome transits because Ketu thrives here in the fifth house of knowledge and spirituality, and Rahu thrives in the 11th house. Rahu in this sign, in the next 18 months you can expect your bank balance to go like triple. Bank balance, that means after debt. So let's hope for the best. Finally, 18th of May is when Moon will enter into Capricorn. Now, this is another scenario here where the fourth house Lord has come to the 10th house and exactly aspecting Mars, creating a Mahalakshmi Yoga. Progress in career as well as progress through real estate is also possible if you are shifting your house, if you are doing any construction or any kind of you know what we say renovation in your house. Very positive. On the other hand, in your workplace you will see that professionally things are growing in the right sense. So you are very, very positive. Later, Moon will enter into Pisces also. Now, here, first time Moon is meeting after 18 months, Rahu in Pisces. Now, this is 11th house. It is the house of your social circle. Somehow, we have to be careful because in the social area, social circle, we may feel little bit of overwhelmed, or sometimes we may find fake friends, some people who want to manipulate us or manipulate our hopes and wishes and our goals. And oh, this goal is not going to be achieved. Don't listen to them. Try to use maximum of your, what you say, common sense, or we can call about your emotionally. This is not the right time to get into influence of people. Practically, be more practical. That's what I suggest. After Moon enters into Pisces, here you will see that Moon enters into Aquarius. Sorry, Moon's enter into Aquarius. Also, Moon enters into Pisces later. Sorry. So this, I think, what was I was saying was Aquarius. Moon is entering into the 12th house, 4th house, not in the 12th house. There may be foreign travel. There can be possibility of you going to a foreign country, or maybe expenses related to travel is what we can see. And sometimes expenses related to home is also seen. Expenses on mother, or maybe honestly, if everything is very positive, try to give something to your mother, maybe some kind of gift or something, which will be very helpful for you. Later, Mercury will move to Taurus into the second house with Sun. Here, if you see, this is, currently Sun has just entered into Taurus last week. And when Mercury comes here, this means that Mercury will become combust. So, your Lord of the communication is exactly in the 12th house from itself, from the third. If you see from Gemini, it is sitting 12th from itself in the second house of speaking. Careful about what you speak, because sometimes it can work against you. Here Mercury become combust means that you need to be very careful about any commitments that you do, especially related to money, to other people. Oh, you don't worry, I will pay this, or I will take care of this. Yes, these kind of statements have to be avoided. That's what is required. And finally, Moon will enter into Aries. Again, Rashi Parivartana Yoga. If you see, Moon is in the house of Mars and Mars is in the house of Moon. So this is Rashi Parivartana Yoga, especially in Kendra, which is kind of a Raja Yoga. So you can expect again your emotional as well as your aggressiveness to be in very much control. And in such cases, people do make profits. So this week overall is a very, very profit oriented week for all the Aries ascendant people. Only thing we have to be careful about is commitment, and also being emotional in social circle. That can create a little bit of challenges in your life. Otherwise, superb time. See, these are all generic readings. This is about planets moving here. According to your Mahadasha Antardasha, things actually unfold. If you're going through Moon Mahadasha, Mercury Mahadasha, Rahu Ketu Mahadasha, then yes, these movements are going to be helping you. But if you're going through some Mahadasha which is planet is not transiting, then everything runs smoothly. So all the best, have a great time. There is a WhatsApp link in the description also for personal appointments. I will hope to see you on the other side, so that we can discuss about navigation of your birth chart, that what is happening later. Thank you. And those who have taken the course, awesome. This is the last week that we are promoting. Then later, once this is all completely full, I have to even give appointments like to almost 80-90 people now. So make sure that you are enrolled into this so that you can finish the course, and 40 plus hours of pre-recorded lectures and 1 hour of appointment after the lectures. Already people have started taking their appointments. That means everyone is so quick, man, to finish the classes. All the best. Taurus ascendant people. When we talk about Taurus ascendant, the ascendant lord is still exalted in the 11th house. That means a lot of travel must have happened. There is possibility of you getting, thriving in your business, getting more and more possible clients. There is possibility of even falling into love. So love relationships also begin. Some cases, because Mars is debilitated, the 7th house lord in the 3rd house, there could be communication problems, and sometimes there is rift and challenges in that area. So that's what we can see. But let's move to the biggest event of this year, and that is Rahu and Ketu transit. Finally, Rahu and Ketu are coming to the Kendras, and that to the 4th and the 10th house. With Rahu in the 10th house, You have just seen a tip of the iceberg with your Lagna Lord being exalted. You will see that Rahu in this 10th house is going to thrive your career, your business, your occupations, your karma. It is an absolute time where Rahu make sure in this 10th house that you're absolutely motivated to take on big challenges. In the workplace, you use unconventional methods to have success. Only thing I suggest is not to get into unethical acts. Otherwise, use all your power, because this is the time that you're professionally, in the next 18 months, you're going to be at the level of excellence. Beautiful. Ketu in the fourth house, on the other hand, we have made this video on this also. Ketu in the fourth house, this is the time of isolation. Sometimes you may feel that you are very homebound, or you have to work from home, or there is some kind of challenges in the home area, some regular daily some kind of family dynamics is not working right. So this can create a little bit of challenges in the next 18 months. But positively, Ketu and Mars are no different. Remember this. Mars is above the surface, Ketu is below the surface, but they both represent each other. Same way, Rahu is below the surface of Saturn and Saturn is above the surface. That's how it is. So here, Ketu coming to the fourth house, many Taurus people, ascendant people may be working towards getting there real estate, or maybe a new addition in the family, maybe a car or something like that. So that is one positive news that comes here. A lot of other things, but we will keep talking as soon as we navigate, as keep we navigating the time here. Moon will enter into Capricorn. Moon is the third house lord, exactly sitting in the ninth house. There can be short distance travel. In fact, many people may be applying for visas, or can be possible that you may start some higher learning during this time, because third house lord in the ninth house means skill development through higher education. So some kind of things like that is also possible. Moon enters into Aquarius. Now this is where we have to be careful. It's a very, very new Rahu here with Moon. Moon is the mind, Rahu is the illusion. It can create illusion or some kind of trouble with the power or people in power in your career area. There can be few situations where you come into a little bit of rift or little bit of uncertainty in these areas. So you have to be careful. Especially Moon in the 10th house means very capping on communication is what is required. You need to make sure that you be shut, you be quiet. Don't try to be over smart here, because emotionally you may think that okay, emotionally I will try to get this person in my control, but that's not going to happen, and unfortunately it is going to turn rebellious, or they are going to turn rebellious against you. So careful to take your approach here. Later, Moon will enter with Saturn in the 11th house. It's a Vishya Yoga, but it is sitting with the exalted planet, third house lord, exactly ninth, sorry, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, ninth from itself. Third house lord, ninth from itself. This is one great news, because what happens is, in these cases, those who are in media, entertainment, writing, any kind of things that require social presence, you will see that there is going to be some kind of progress in those areas. Education wise also, there is progress. There is progress in terms of your luck also works in a social circle. So you go into some social event and suddenly you make a deal and come out. That's how positive this time is for the Taurus ascendant people. Finally, Mercury will enter into Taurus out from the 12th house, which is very important. A lot of expenses was happening. Now finally comes into the ascendant. Somehow we have to be still little careful here. The fifth house lord in the first house tells that because of your effort, there is going to be speculative gains. But this Mercury is combust, because Sun has just moved on 15th and Mercury is now moving on, we are doing 23rd. So it will be in close association with Sun. And in these cases, Mercury, when it is combust, it is the time that you're speaking, or relationship with children, or sometimes with love life, romantic scene scenario also, you feel a little bit overwhelmed. That's the kind of situation. So try to be not giving any commitment. If anyone is asking, your children say, I want to go to this country, help me, you say, just wait, I will let you know. Don't commit that okay, I'm doing it. That's what happened with me in the morning, Rohitji. It's my daughter's birthday this month, and I was working. I was very busy, and she came and she started poking me. Papa, I want a Nintendo Switch. That is what I think it is called. Some game, Rohitji. Like they put some. I don't know what it is. I saw it is 400 something dollars. She came to me. She's like, "No, Papa, I want it. I want it. I want it." And I said, because I was working and I was in an appointment, I said, "Okay, I will get it for you. Go." She said, "Pinky promised this, that." She did everything and she went. Now I have to get it for her. I have no other option because I gave her all. So commitment in such cases also, see, with my children, I did some commitment which I know that it's a disaster for her future. This kind of games, because it can create, distraction. But commitment is commitment. That's why suggest not to get into commitment. Later, finally, the third house lord goes in the 12th house. Those who are waiting for their foreign settlement, those who are waiting for visas, those who are waiting for short distance travel for leisure, this is the time that you may be going for leisure kind of, travel. Ruji, what happened in India? I want to know this. That I have many people who are saying that we are not going to go to Turkey, we are not going to go to Azerbaijan or something like that. So, can you enlighten me what happened and why these people are not going to these areas? Rohitji, hello? Did you hear what I'm saying? I'm saying many people in India are saying we are not going to Turkey anymore. What is wrong with that? Any problem happened? Rohit ji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can listen.
Yeah, I'm saying that many people are saying we will not go to Turkey, we will not go to Azerbaijan. What happened? Any problem?
Oh yes, because when there was a situation, warlike situation between India and Pakistan, and then these two countries specially put their weight, in the back of Pakistan. They just against India. These things in
Oh,
the media and what we think. And as a true nationalist, as a true Indian, people, on themselves, nobody told them to do this on their own. People cancel the bookings. Nobody told the booking sites. So many booking sites, I don't want to name, very reputed, they stop booking. They say country first, we will not take bookings for these two countries because we are nationalist person and one who is against our country in such a difficult situation. When there was a situation, Turkey was in difficult, there was an earthquake, India was the first country send everything to them. Next morning we send everything. We are not saying that we have done something, but as a true Indian, yes, every person, there is a world to roam. You go Canada, you go Thailand, you go Dubai. What is the problem? So many countries to roam. So this is
ah,
people's own decision. Nobody
I heard
told them.
about it. Yeah. I heard about
Yes,
it, and in this cases also many people will be changing their plans from Taurus ascendant also when
already,
they
I
heard.
tell you, Akashi, here I tell you very one good thing. One couple booked their trip. I don't know where, but their booking was like for 1,10,000 something, and they cancelled this booking and hand over this money to the one of the shaheed of our army person. They go into their house and they given this and they don't tell the name. They said no, Gupt. This is how countrymen are doing. So I think this is best thing, and nobody from government, nothing, nobody tell people to do this. They are doing their own as their own spirit, and this is good thing, I think.
I think yes, and that's what I heard. Lot of people. I don't know why Turkey is. I don't know what. I love Turkey people. I love Turkey. Like Turkey, so many people from Turkey are our family members. They look at us, but this in politics, all the relationship of personal relationship becomes bad here. Rohit.
Yes, being a person, every country person is good, not a problem. But being a countryman, when there is question of our own country, then we have to stand for that.
Right,
And
right, right.
really appreciate that people who are doing this on their own. This is very good.
Yeah. So I just heard this. That's why I'm saying that, in such cases, because the third house lord has gone to the 12th house, there can be possibility that those people who are waiting for leisure trips, this, that they may even reschedule, some kind of expenses can happen on that behalf, and so many things. So let's hope for the best. And one more thing here, there may be possibility that you may be, spending some extra cash, and that can be mostly on related to your career. So those people who are in any kind of business or any kind of workplace. See, Rahu is in the ninth house or 10th house, right, Rohit? Such people will also make aesthetic changes in their business as well as in their, what you say, in their occupation. So All the best, guys. Have a great time. Let's hope for the best. Moving on, Rohiji, do it doing at your own pace. Astrology for beginners. We have 40 plus hours of lectures that are already pre-recorded, so you can take this, and then after the lectures are complete, we can do 1 hour of free appointment also with you. So all the best. Gemini ascendant. So when we talk about Gemini ascendant, Rahu and Ketu have finally transited to the third house and the ninth house. Ketu is in the third house now. Rahu is in the ninth house. If you're going through any Mahadasha Antardasha of Rahu and Ketu, it will impact you the most. Rahu in the ninth house will bring you closer towards your, towards your spiritual passion. That is one thing. Rahu is a planet that also plays with the mind, in many cases related to fanatism, because Rahu is an extreme planet. So here many people may have a very fanatic approach, very patriotic approach during this time. Because Ketu is in the third house, your personal interest or lot of things, lot of courage where you want to take actions is going to be little bit of mediocre. You may say, okay, if it is required, then we will take action. Nothing out of the book. That's what is happening here this period. Well, Rahu in the ninth house can also open your doors towards foreign education, learning new languages, going to foreign countries. Maybe your relationship with your father becomes more intense, and also with your guru. Many people who are saying we want to find a guru, we want to find someone, mentor, spiritual teacher. This is that time that Rahu actually brings you, and very extrovert kind of a, like, even if you're not looking for, you will find yourself across people who are giving you a lot of knowledge. That's how this transit is all about, but very good for your luck. Moon, on the other hand, enters into Capricorn here on 18th of May. When we look at Moon, it is the second house lord in the eighth house. Those people who are struggling for any kind of family income, any kind of inheritance, if there is by any chance problem that is coming in your intimacy, in your family life, in you expressing yourself emotionally, this is a positive time. In fact, many times from your past, if you have done some investment and you're waiting for conversion and getting something out here, Moon actually provides very, very great news here. In many cases, honestly, Rohitji, this is a very, very beautiful kind of a placement. Also for research and for analytics purpose, those who are in research, those who are doing valuation, those who are doing any kind of financial transaction, it's a very positive placement of Moon. Later, Moon comes and meets Rahu after almost 18 years for the first time in the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is dominating. Rahu is the powerful planet here. It is the own sign. Rahu considers this as my own placement. That means here we have to be very careful of getting some foolish advice, sometimes getting into illusion related to knowledge. That knowledge comes to you, but illusionary knowledge, people are trying to brainwash you or trying to put you into the wrong sense here. So choose wisely, philanthropically, religiously, spiritually. You have to make sure that you should be happy within. You should not come under influence that this person, there is one video I was seeing. The Pope was going on the wheelchair. Rohiji, the Pope was going on the wheelchair, and there was one guy who was doing something and touching other person. That person was doing no, 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 and said, I could not walk, now I cannot walk. If that was the case, then go and change the Pope's life, right? Why not Pope is walking anymore? Like, Pope Francis, he is no longer there. But I'm just saying that people try to have fun or try to make your religious sentiments, they feel that they're stupid people. They will not react here. But this is that time when mind has to be in control. You cannot get under illusion of other people. Religiously, don't get provoked. Finally, Moon will come into Capricorn into the 10th house. When second house lord in the 10th house, there is income generation through career. In career, there is also possibility. Second house is also the house that is related to your status, your net worth. Your net worth, because of your business, because of your work, also increases here. So that is one positive news. Mercury will be transiting. The ascendant lord goes to the 12th house here. That means there is going to be travel like situations, there is going to be expenses like situations, either related to your home, your workplace, your house. There can be renovation happening, there can be sudden kind of events for your vehicles that you're expecting to spend some money. But it is a pattern of life. If we need comfort in our life, we need to do expenses on maintaining it as well. That is what is happening on the spiritual level. It's a very beautiful time if you are thinking of pilgrimage or going to some kind of a place where you can go into an ashram or maybe experience something like that. Absolutely wonderful time for you. Since I'm talking about ashram, the whole purpose of AC Astro now, starting from 18th of May, will be creating an ashram. That is what it is. And it is going to be for sure. That is what the purpose is. We are also going to be making an ashram. So do comment below and let us know if there is an opportunity for you to come and live in an ashram, especially in US. Beautiful weather, beautiful placement, home gardens, everything natural. Do you think that's a great idea for the community? For many people I talk to, they are like so lonely. They just want, Rohitji, they just want to talk to you. They said ki the only thing that I booked an appointment is I wanted to talk to you. They said I don't want any predictions as well. So loneliness or getting alone is going to be one of the biggest problems in the future. Because what is happening, it's not the generation when people are taking care of parents are away, you are away, and you are busy in your lives, and parents are all alone. So we all will come into this old age one day. So we have to be understanding if such kind of things are required or no. So just comment and let me know so that I get research points that if any kind of place where a community based living of same mindset of spiritual people, is it good or no? That's what all about it. And then finally moon will enter into Aries, second house lord in the 11th house. If there is any kind of there is a Rashi Parivartan yoga also between second and 11th house. This is a Raja yoga, and here income is can be generated, can be expected, good contracts from your social circle, your net worth increases. This is how it is the timing for all the Gemini ascendant people this week. All the best. Astrology for beginners, we have the course here, 40 plus hours of lectures pre-recorded already, so you can do it at your own pace, and 1 hour of free appointment after we are done with the course. So all the best and see you on the other side very soon. Cancer ascendant or Karka Lagna. When we talk about this, the rising sign, if you see the ascendant is right now occupied by Mars, which is right now in debilitation, not an exact debilitation because that happens when it is at 27, 28 degrees in the sign of Capricorn. That happens on 3rd of June. So we are still safe. But here, look at the position of Rahu and Ketu. They are changing for good. Finally, Rahu is coming to the 8th house of transformation. You will get more interested into occult sciences, anything that has to do with more of uncertain things or something that are very hidden. Research ability becomes very heavy. Travel happens in utmost all cases, so lot of travel. Second house Ketu is a time where you say that your speech becomes more spiritual. You start to get into lot of spiritual speaking, listening also. Second house is also listening, so remember, don't forget about this. Third house is also listening, second house is also listening. So here a lot of listening of spiritual retreats or spiritual portraits or spiritual talks. I'll just give an example, Rohiji. My wife is Cancer ascendant, and I think Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma, they are cricketers and one Bollywood actress. They went to one very beautiful Sant, or maybe the Sakshat kind of God person, and that is Premanandji Maharaj. They went there, and my wife is like talking day and night about that only. That they went, Premanandji said this, Premanandji said that. In that cases, spiritually you will start listening also, following also. Today also we had an argument. She said, Premanandji said that do not argue when someone is speaking rubbish. I think I was speaking rubbish, that's why she did not argue. So that kind of feeling is what you get when Ketu enters into the second house. Your ascendant lord moon is going to be going into the 7th house, aspected by Mars. Those who are waiting for any kind of money or any kind of wealth that has to be achieved from partnership. This is a time that Mahalakshmi Yoga is happening in the Kendras for you. So there is a possibility that you get some kind of monetary benefit here. In many cases, you will also see that if relationship wise with your spouse, you're not getting into the right action, here the things will be much more positive for you. Later, Moon will enter into the eighth house. Now, this is Moon with Rahu, the ascendant Lord good. The eighth house, many people will be absolutely dependent on the occult side of knowledge, and that is what happens here. A lot of research abilities, lot of occult. Even Mars is looking here. Those who are waiting for inheritance or any kind of money from shared resources or partnerships, you are still a recipient to get it during this week. So that is one positive news. Many cases Mars is also looking at the eighth house, that is in-laws. So working with in-laws, getting in touch with in-laws, even getting some kind of rift or some kind of challenges, because it is sitting with Rahu, and Moon is meeting Rahu here after 18 years in the sign of Aquarius. Sometimes in this cases, eighth house is also the house of lying and saying wrong things. Sometimes to some person, Rahu and Moon here can act little bit cynical as well. You may come across as a liar. So be careful about it. That's what my suggestion is. Eighth house is also the house of fear and phobias. Here, there can be a little bit of fear related to water, or sometimes those who are working, they can get a little bit of anxious or anxiety kind of attacks. That's what also happens here. So be careful about this placement. Later, Moon will enter into Pisces. Ascendant Lord in the ninth house. Lot of things related to fear will fade off. Moon is a very quick planet, right? So every 2.5 days, it will start giving you very positive results. So here, some things related to your, fear goes away, and lot of positivity related to foreign travel, related to your luck working for you is happening, and you should take the pure advantage of this time. Venus is taking higher degrees. That means here it has become Atma Karaka for the people who will be born, which is very positive as well, because here Venus and Moon. Saturn is one challenge here, but Saturn is at low degrees right now, so it's not going to be affecting Moon that much. But unfortunately, those who are going through Sarasati may feel this kind of a, you know, presence of Saturn, and more discipline in their life they have to bring during this time. The lord of the 12th house and the lord of the third house, that means those, the planet that is related to travel, the planet that is related to your communication, foreign countries, settlement, is going to the 11th house. That means this is the time that you may gain actually from your communication, and sometimes from foreign countries, or maybe if there is any kind of event where you're doing short distance travel, you are going to gain some positive news here. This is such a positive placement of Mercury here being in the 11th house. Yeah, one thing that we have to be careful, you can feel a little bit isolated in a foreign country, or sometimes you feel that, I'm missing my family, my children, my this, that, whatnot. But on the other hand, it shows gains through foreign country, because Mercury is combust. Try to make sure that when you're in a social circle, don't overcommit, because it can create a little bit of challenge for you. Only you will have to fulfill it later, and that will be saying that, oh my god, why the hell did I say this to anyone? Okay. Finally, Moon will enter into Aries. There is Rashi Parivartana Yoga between Mars and Moon. Moon is in the house of Mars, Mars is in the house of Moon. It is also Kendras, so this means that Raja Yoga is forming, and possible career progress happens during this time from 24th till 27th of May. You will see career progress happens, wealth. If you are waiting for any kind of hierarchy, any kind of promotion, any kind of job offer, this is the time that you may find it. Yes, Rohitji, you want to tell something?
I want to predict something for Zenny,
Tell me.
because you were saying that you want to take consultation for Zenny from me. So this is now online live consultation. One thing I want to predict, that next, after 18th May, next 1.5 year, Zenny is going to do something prominent regarding the occult, because Rahu is coming in the 8th house, and because Jupiter in the 12th house, house of sleep orders, watching and aspecting this Rahu with this ninth, so she can do something regarding this. If you are satisfied with my prediction, you can transfer money, otherwise no problem. Let's see. Okay.
I think in the morning today only she told you that she wants to become a sleep coach. So
When?
you were,
Oh my God.
yes,
But I agree she's going to do now. Her planetary combinations and also Saturn in the ninth house, Saturn Rahu combination also becoming here. So she's going to do this as a profession and she will, rock in this. Jupiter there in the 12th house, definitely.
yeah. I said you sleep better. That is better for you. Don't do all
Okay.
this.
I will sending you my number. Kindly transfer.
I will send you. Okay. All the best, Cancer ascendant people. Or those who want to talk to me, there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. So see you on the other side. All the best. And if my wife becomes a sleep coach, I will let you guys know. Okay. पहले तो खुद ही सो जाए वही बहुत बड़ी बात है शी स्लीप्स एट 3-4 a.m. शी इज ऑन इंस्टाग्राम ऑल द टाइम
I
सॉरी
told you one, the person who is in the most difficult situation due to something, he become the master of that thing and he give the people relief because he herself go through that pain. So she can be the very good sleep coach. I am telling you.
this sleep coach is too fancy Rohiji. I don't think so people even talk to sleep coaches.
And you are the
That's
first client. She will definitely test on you first.
I can sleep in 2 minutes. Just take 2 minutes for me to sleep. So,
So our first client is already successful. You see, you can sleep in.
chalo, okay. All the best. Let's move to Leo. Leo. Sorry. As we talk about Leo, the biggest transit of this year happens in your ascendant and your seventh house. That means in your Kendras. Very, very important points. Ketu comes to the ascendant and Rahu comes to the seventh house. When especially Ketu comes to the ascendant, you become very, very extremely submissive. That means you are an extremely evolved person when it comes to surrender. You say that okay, I don't care. If I am supposed to put down my feet here, I will put down my feet. That's how it is supposed to be. Ketu in the first house also makes your thoughts spiritual, your attitude spiritual, your way of working, your way of living, your way of expressing yourself very spiritual. That is how Ketu is going to be acting for the next 18 months because it is Leo sign and Ketu is not a enemy of Sun. It gives positive results in the ascendant. When we talk about Rahu in the sign of Aquarius, this is the own sign of Rahu, which is Aquarius, and Rahu thrives here in terms of relationships, in terms of getting real estate, in terms of getting position in market. Remember, whenever we are looking at astrology, we have to apply the bhavat bhavam. That means house from the house concept. If you don't apply it, then astrology is of no use. Here, that it is Rahu is sitting 10th from its exalted place. It gets exalted in Taurus, it is sitting 10th from itself. That means here also, it will make sure that your designation actually improves to the best possible in the next 18 months. You may see that what kind of extrovert behavior in relationships and partnerships you are showing. In many cases, I am also Leo ascendant. Many cases, there can be extramarital affairs, or you may fall in love with other people also because Rahu gives very unconventional way of relationships. So be very careful in that area. Those who are going through Rahu Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar can also experience these kind of extoric, you know, erotic, what do we say, experiences. Rahu in the seventh house will also begin new partnerships, which can be very awesome, but it can also be sometimes very illusionative. So make sure that whatever you are agreeing to with other people, you have a backup or you are actually doing a research about it before saying yes to other people for collaborations. Finally, Moon will enter into the sign of Capricorn, making a Vipreet Raja Yoga. The 12th house lord, exactly aspected by exalted Mars here, makes a Mahalakshmi Yoga in the most difficult way. Here, you are supposed to earn from people's sorrow. Then can be possibility that you earn from sometimes an enemy also, and it is possible that if you're in a court case or something like that, you get a judgment where you are actually powerful and you win that case. So that is the kind of situation. Many competitions if you are going for, there is possibility that you win the competitions. If you're giving any interviews, there's going to be possibility of getting successful in interview. But because moon is sitting in the 12th house lord in the 6th house, there can be possibility of visiting hospitals, either doing blood donation, either visiting someone for a hospital, or either going to some kind of a clinic. Something that has to do with health also is a prominent thing, because 6th house is also the house of workplace. In workplace you are going to be thriving, and there is going to be positive news in the workplace. Later, Moon, the 12th house lord, comes to the 7th house with Rahu. This is the time of illusion. Rahu, it is meeting after 18 years in the sign of Aquarius. So it is a very new thing for Moon to come here and adjust with the lord of the 7th house himself. In such cases, there is possibility that, in relationships you fall in love, you try to meet new people. There is possibility of you getting into some kind of arguments with your partner, either business, either spiritual, either life partner. So be very careful. Sometimes losses also happen in partnership when Rahu and Moon are together in the 7th house. Later, Moon will go to the 8th house. Again, in a week, Moon is making two Viparit Raj Yogas. Very positive when it comes to fear. If you are in fear about something, if there is some kind of challenges that you're going through, intimate challenges, something that is related to partnership money, something that is related to in-laws, you may feel that this is the time that all those problems are going away from your life. So this is a positive news for all the Leo ascendant people. Only thing, when moon is in the 6th and 7th and 8th, health is one thing that you have to be careful about. There is possibility, like me, how I'm eating this antibiotics, you may also be coming into that situation where you have to start antibiotics, because sometimes health does not get better here. Finally, the lord of the 2nd and the 11th house come to the 10th house, gains through your career. There is possibility some new collaboration, some new designation, some new power in the career area that you see. Your power gets restored, but because Mercury is also the planet of communication, getting into the 10th house means that do not overcommit during this time, otherwise it will be a very big disaster, and you may say that, oh my god, I have to fulfill everything now which I overcommitted. So try to be away from overcommitment, but you will thrive and you will see a possible progress in your workplace or in your karmic activities. Like monetary benefit also happens because of work, big contracts. Sometimes because of some social event, you may also have to travel to a foreign country. That is possible. Moon finally enters into the sign of Aries when the 12th house lord is in the 9th house, and there is a Rashi Parivartana between the 9th and the 12th house lord. Your Bhagya Uday happens either in a foreign country, either in a distant place, or either if you go to a spiritual place, a place of spiritual importance, like maybe a temple, maybe a church, a mosque. In those places, you start feeling very much connected to that holy supreme, and that is what this time is. Because it's a Rashi Parivartana Yoga, it is the time that moon gives you extremely great results related to your destiny in the 9th house. There can be sudden travels also, like suddenly there is travel happening with you, your family, some expenses happening, but it will be for leisure and can be amazing. See, both Mars and Moon are putting the common aspect on the 3rd house also. That means short distance travel will be very extremely fruitful, and you are supposed to gain lot of, happiness, wealth, money, knowledge, spiritual experience, and everything related to those things. So make sure next weekend, I'm not want to see you here. You should be somewhere outside. If I am outside, because I am also Leo ascendant, I will let everyone know. We can party together. All the best, guys. Though this is all generic predictions, if you want to do anything about your chart, the WhatsApp link is in the description for personal appointments, and do at your own pace. Astrology for beginners, we have pre-recorded 16 astrology classes that are nearly 40 plus hours of lectures. I am speaking for this much time. People are asking questions, answers. After that, we do 1 hour of free appointments so that you understand, or you have doubts about your questions, I can reply. All the best. Link is in the description. You can talk to Samantha and also enroll. You can even enroll on acastro.ca and let me know once it's done on the WhatsApp, so that we can, give access to the astrology course. Virgo ascendant. When we talk about Virgo ascendant here, Rahu and Ketu are making the biggest transit from 18th of May to 24th of May. This is the time everyone has been waiting for. Finally, Rahu and Ketu, and especially Rahu coming to the sixth house of your daily work and routine, and Ketu in the 12th house. Ketu is absolutely in the right place it is supposed to be. The 12th house is the house of spirituality, subconscious mind, and Ketu is the planet that actually rules your subconscious mind, spiritual behavior. And sometimes if you go more deeper into Ketu's aspect, Ketu also is a planet of complete isolation. Here your life, or your, you will want more solitude, you want to be more alone, you want to be more relaxed at saying that, oh, I don't want any tension. So this is the kind of scenario that has happened for the next 18 months. If you're going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, then this is going to be very intense. For that, we'll have to see your birth chart, that what the hell is happening there. When it comes to Rahu in the sixth house, there is a saying by Parashara Hora Shastra. He says that when Rahu is in the sixth house, it is impossible for anyone to win over this Rahu. Every competition, every legal battle, every workplace, politics is where you will be more dominating. Now things are completely changing, and for the benefit of all the Virgo ascendant people. Sixth house is also workplace, and also something that has to do with daily routines. Make sure that you are changing your pattern in the routine area, otherwise you may feel a little bit of challenge, because you have to become like Rahu. If Rahu is in the sixth house, you have to become a little bit cunning. Cunning does not mean that you become unethical. It means that cunning, that I will do good for myself, but I will not let other people do bad for me. That kind of behavior is what is required. Later, Moon, Chandra, sorry, the 11th house lord has come to the 5th house, aspected by an exalted Mars there. Lot of speculative gains, and honestly, Virgo ascendant people, because Rahu is coming to the 6th house, you may already be covering up of lot of losses in the share and the stock market, and it is going to go more up and up and up. And here there's positivity when it comes to more gains. Educational wise also you gain. If your children are working in some area and right now they are expecting some gains, this is the time that they will also profit from your placement of planets right now. Such a beautiful placement happening. Later, Moon will go into the sixth house with Rahu. After 18 years, for the first time, Rahu is going to be meeting Moon in its own sign. Here, one careful situation: 11th house lord is 8th from itself. Sudden ups and downs in the life of your elder siblings is happening. Can be possibility that suddenly some kind of losses can come through social circle. In many cases, Moon here can give food poisoning or poisoning related to your stomach ache, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, something that has to do with your, some waterborne problems is what is seen during this time. So be careful. Rahu and Moon means infection, and you need antibiotics sometimes to solve such kind of problems. So that is what is happening. So be careful here. Finally, Moon, the 11th house lord, will come to the 7th house. This means that gains through partnerships. The lord of the second house and the ninth house is also exalted here right now, and it is coming to its true exalted point. Here there are two benefics in the seventh house with Saturn, which is in a very infant stage right now in less than 4 degrees. This means that possibility of getting gains through partnership is seen for all the Virgo rising people during this time. New designation, new partnerships, and sometimes new business ideas are what happens here. So it's an absolute beautiful time. Make the most best use of this time. Finally, the ascendant lord will move from the 8th house to the ninth house of your higher education, of learning, and make sure that it is, in very good position. Higher education happens. Sometimes you do some courses, sometimes there is travel because of your workplace also, because the lord of the ninth house or 10th house is exactly 12th from itself. If you're going through a very difficult mahadasha, then loss in job also happens. Speculative gain really happens, but after, because of loss of job. So this is a very sad situation for many people. But astrology is astrology. It does not mean only good things will happen. Every time there is a balance of things, because the 10th house lord is sitting 12th from itself. There can be, by end of this week, you can hear some kind of layoff or something like that also. So I'm sorry for this bad news, but it is what it is. I'm not here to make I'm not here to please people. Whatever it's in front of you. It's not like some kind of a hide. I'm not hiding anything. In many cases, you will see that because Mercury is in the 12th house, there can be also change of department. So losses in some terms of prestige, or in terms of hard work that you have already collected so much of karma, and suddenly you have to go to a different team and your karmas become unrecognized. That is also what happens here. Very good time to do higher learning, something to do with courses or getting into enrolled into some kind of higher learning education is where you will see success. Finally, Moon will enter into the 8th house of Pisces, 11th house Lord exactly sitting 10th from itself in the 8th house, means that because of your research ability or capability, you will see positive results in your workplace. There can also be possibility that in many cases, those who are in research, medical research, analytics, accounting, finance, they suddenly get a windfall. That means they get some great opportunity, great contracts, great money here. So that is also one positive. So even with many people losing their job, you may be very comfortable because moon is, there is a rashi parivartana between the 11th and the 8th house lord. That means neither uncertainty will be for bad, or neither gains will be for, for a short time. So it's going to be for a very great, beautiful time. All the best, guys. I suggest during this week be absolutely motivated and be praying towards Lord Shiva, because in such dire situations that all the planets have moved to the right side of your, see, everyone is moved to the right side of the birth chart. In this case, it's more emphasis on relationships, destiny, karma, social circle, travel. In this cases, there's only one person or one God who has the power over everyone, and that is Sri Bholenath Ji, the Lord Shiva, who's your Ishtadev according to your 5th house Lord. Make sure that you are devoted towards that energy so that these all planets can not do anything wrong to you. All the best, guys. Have a great time. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And here we are doing astrology for beginners, pre recorded 16 astrology classes with 40 plus hours of lectures. After that, what you receive is a 1 hour of free appointment. All the best. Those who have enrolled, this we are stopping this last video. Then next video onwards, we will not promote it because enough. Then later, few days later, we will start promoting it again. All the best. Libra ascendant. When we talk about Libra ascendant, here Rahu and Ketu are making a change. And one of the things that you have been waiting for, Rahu coming to the 5th house, aspected by Jupiter. What an amazing placement of Rahu. Creativity also wise, you will be at the extreme level, but education wise also, taking action also, making sure that you are not doing anything unethical also. Everything is controlled here by Rahu and Jupiter. In many cases, you will see that more closeness towards your guru, more closeness getting towards your spiritual guide or leader will be one great event that is happening. With Ketu in the 11th house, social isolation is what you will prefer during this time. You will say that I prefer social isolation, I prefer to be alone, I prefer to be only in the shadow of knowledge and no other shadows at all. Ketu in the 11th house can also create little bit of disruption, or sometimes people judge you because socially you're not available anymore, but that does not matter at all. Be very awesome. If you're going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, then it makes more difference, but here otherwise you are so awesome, nothing wrong is going to happen. Finally, Moon enters into the sign of Capricorn in the Kendra. When Moon and Mars are looking at each other, this is called a Raja Yoga, because it is a Mahalakshmi Yoga where Moon is aspecting the own sign, and Mars is looking at the sign at Moon in the 4th house. Those who are expecting any kind of money, income, or progress in real estate or in vehicles or in some kind of fixed assets, or we call about some kind of material assets of your life, you will see there is progress, and you will start feeling much more great there. One more thing happens here, because Moon and Mars are opposite each other. If you are expecting any kind of money after selling your business or selling any, workplace, real estate wise also, or even on the, IP, or maybe, equity wise also, there is going to be progress in those areas as well. Finally, Moon will moon into, the sign of Aquarius. And again, it is aspected by Mars, but here it is sitting with Rahu. So this is what we have to be careful about. Fifth house is the house of love, romance, children. In many cases, sometimes love and romantic wise, there are little bit of misunderstandings because of Rahu and Moon here together. In many cases, with, getting little bit of in rift or little bit of challenges with your children is also possible. Or sometimes, you feel that your children are no longer giving any kind of support to you, so you feel little bit of challenged here. That is what is happening on the beautiful level, because it is still getting aspected by Mars. And this is the eighth aspect of Mars. Sudden gains through sudden gains through stock or share market or speculative gains are expected for Libra ascendant people. So all the best. Moon enters into the sixth house, the lord of the 10th house. In the sixth house of workplace means, again, there is going to be positive news in the workplace. Health wise, we have to be careful. Food poisoning, something related to, feeling under the weather can be possible. But in the workplace, very good. Those who are expecting any debt or want to raise capital for their business, this is an absolute beautiful time for you, and great opportunities may come. Mercury is going to be going to the 8th house, making a Vipreet Raj Yog. Here, Mercury is the ninth house lord and the 12th house lord, gone to the 8th house of sudden ups and downs and research. Possibility of going to foreign countries suddenly is number one possibility, but sometimes your destiny does not work for you. Remember, whenever the ninth house lord will be sitting 12th from itself, your destiny may be compromised. And this is exactly that time that Mercury is entering into Taurus, and here your destiny can get compromised. But still, you gain from foreign country, gain from inheritance. It is an important time not to lie or not to put people into some lying or illusion, because remember, the lord of the loss is in the eighth house of, maybe sibling, maybe, in-laws, maybe partnership money, shared resources. So we don't want to lie, otherwise you will have great losses here. So sorry for this, but this is how planets really are. Finally, Chandra or Moon, we call, will enter into Aries, into the seventh house for you. The Kendra Lord in the Kendra, and with Rashi Parivartan with the 10th house Lord, means professional growth, getting designation, getting new possible designations, getting new possible jobs, getting new possible partnerships, and really gaining from that kind of partnership is possible for all the Libra ascendant people. It's such a beautiful time that it's a crime. That kind of beautiful time is what you're going through. Imagine, Rahu getting in complete control by Jupiter, Mars putting an aspect on Rahu. Remember, in the Lal Kitab, the red book, Pandit ji Joshi ji says that here Mars is the the driver or the rider of elephant called Mahavat, and Rahu is the elephant, and Mars can control Rahu even better than Jupiter. And here Mars is aspecting Rahu as well as Jupiter is aspecting Rahu. So Rahu is in absolute control and cannot go wrong here. I would suggest that this is the time that for the next 18 months, try to invest into a lot of speculative gains, because it's going to go up and up and up, and you are going to go into some kind of extreme positive scenario here. All the best, guys. Have a great time. And we are doing astrology for beginners at your own pace. 16 of astrology classes and 40 plus hours of lectures. 1 hour of free appointment after you have done this. Samantha told me, many people are saying that I just want the 1 hour of free appointment. I don't want the classes here. So just to let everyone know, very soon I will be completely stopping all the appointments. No appointments at all. Only course, take the course and then talk to me, because I want people to get learning in astrology. That's what is my main motive. I'll put the course fees more down so that it's just like my appointment fees. so they can learn, and after they have completed, then only they can talk to me. Because bus ho gaya abhi, I am done with my appointments, Rohit. Enough. Every day, morning to evening, only listening to people, problems, 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 problems. After a point of time, you say that, okay, it's enough, man. Now people need to learn themselves so that they do not fanatically approach astrology. They cannot ask me questions like, can you give me some upay or some remedy so that I can get a lottery? That's not how astrology works, man. It is more to understand the spiritual path of your life, nothing else. All the best. Scorpio ascendant people. When we talk about Scorpio ascendant, here Rahu and Ketu have transited finally to your Kendras. Now, Rahu is in the fourth house of your real estate and Ketu is in the 10th house of your career. You may feel very kind of detached in your career area, or maybe have a very spiritual approach, and should have spiritual approach during this time. Otherwise, there may be challenges that you may have in your workplace. Try to treat everyone with extreme humility, extreme greatness, and be very fortunate that other people are working for you if you're on a higher state here. There is possibility sometimes, in many cases, that many people here close down their business and start something very new. So new beginnings, also welcome for new beginnings. That's what is happening. Rahu in the fourth house, on the other hand, aspected by Jupiter, is such a beautiful placement of Rahu that it will enhance, or it will make sure that there is expansion in the real estate holdings for you. Also, vehicle wise, there can be possibility of getting something luxurious in life. More comfort will be added to you. Sometimes, because Rahu is in the fourth house, it's a malefic. In such cases, health of the mother can be a compromise. You have to work on the health of the mother, because that can be creating a challenge in your life. And sometimes, sorry to say, but bad news also comes in the next 18 months here if you're going through a Sarisati together with it. Sorry for this, but it is how astrology works. Finally, Moon will enter into Capricorn, the Lord of the ninth house, exactly aspected by Mars here in an exalted way on the third house, adds to courage. This is the time that emotionally also you are in the right state, and action wise also you're in the right state. So you take such beautiful, bold actions which convert into wealth, which convert into your destiny working for you, which convert into your communication this time, or your short distance travel this time, which has just come out of the blue for you, will add to more and more positivity in your life. So you should not ignore any opportunities as such. Moon, after 18 years, is going to be meeting Rahu in the sign of Aquarius for the first time in 18 years. Here, there is possibility of you getting into lot of illusion. Sometimes family dynamic wise, people try to put pressure on you, take money out of you, or maybe put you into illusion, or maybe play the victim game of emotional dependence. So that's what happens. So be careful about this time. Not a great time, this 2 3 days, to invest into real estate. Try to be away from it, because sometimes your destiny can get compromised here as well. Because see, the planet Moon is sitting exactly 8th from the ninth house. Here, sudden ups and downs in destiny or decision making is also seen here. So be careful. Moon, this is a very great placement of Moon, because here the Lord of the ninth house is exactly sitting ninth from itself, getting enhancing the power of education, the power of skills, the power of creativity. Some people also get name and fame, or even get appreciation or a pat on the back, because they have done something so great and brought their company out of miserable positions, or sometimes your colleagues out of miserable position. Because of your knowledge, because of your wisdom, you stand out as a very creative as well as a person who has come to save them in the time of misery. So be very careful, be very happy about that. Moon in the ninth from itself in the fifth house also gives you speculative gains. So there is possibility. Venus is also exalted here. You may gain from partnership, or there can be also possibilities you gain from share and stock market. Make sure when you gain, you know who to give half of your money. Also, there is one Rohit, you can give to Rohit. There is one more possibility. The fifth house lord and eighth house have made a combination for the next 1 year. There is possibility of winning a lottery or getting into some kind of windfall of money. So make sure, according to your birth chart, there can be possibilities like this if it is promised in your birth chart. I just saw a news, Rohitji. One person in Vancouver, just a normal factory worker, won $80 million lottery. And imagine what he said. He said, first time I took a lottery. First time in my life I took a lottery. $80 million, the biggest lottery win in the history of Canada, is got by that person. So just imagine, you never know where your luck and how it is waiting. My daughter does not say me, take me to the 7-Eleven shop to get Slurpee, because whenever I used to take her, I used to buy a lottery. So I will start buying. I'm not Scorpio ascendant, but my seventh house has Rahu right now. So there is a possibility of getting some kind of lottery. And my fifth house lord is in the 11th house, aspecting the fifth house as well as the seventh house. So there is a possibility of getting lottery. So I will buy it. Okay. Later, Mercury will enter into the seventh house for you. The 11th house lord in the seventh house gains through partnership. The lord of the eighth house gains through inheritance also. So if there is inheritance, partnership money, if there is anything that you're waiting for in terms of your in-laws giving you something or your partners giving you something, this is the time that that commitment will be more on a contractual basis. You will get a contract written down here. So all the best. Finally, Moon will come to Aries. Here, the moon is the ninth house lord, going exactly 10 from itself. If there is any victory that you're waiting for from your enemies or anything that has to do with judicial court cases, you will see a progress in those areas. And in fact, there is also possibility of you completely wiping off your enemy, because there is a Rashi Parivartan between the ninth and the sixth house. This means that complete, what you say, extension of your extinction of your enemies can happen. Those people who have been troubling you for a long time will be not seen anymore. Health wise, you will get trouble. There is going to be possibility of getting some kind of pain in your legs, varicose veins, sometimes possible problem related to water retention in the body, which can be either dehydration or either over water in your body, which can create some problems. So be careful about it. But otherwise, such a great, beautiful time for all the Scorpio ascendant people. This is power packed week. Now, this is all generic predictions. If you want more tailored predictions, then you can talk to me. Otherwise, this is another great option. In the price of 1 hour appointment, you get a course free also. Astrology for beginners, 16 pre recorded astrology classes with 40 plus hours of lectures. People are loving it. I would suggest those who have taken courses, please write down below and give your feedback. And 1 hour of free appointment after the course is complete. This is how you will be able to see this. All the best. Sagittarius ascendant people. When we talk about Sagittarius ascendant, here Rahu and Ketu will be finally transiting into the third and the ninth house for you starting 18th of May. Remember, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, these are all planets which give results as soon as they enter, and then they become very slow for them to come into different peak points or changing nakshatras. Whenever they are entering into some place, they give results. And here, because Rahu is entering into the third house, Ketu in the ninth house, there can be results of mostly travel that may be happening for you. Sudden travels because of your siblings, because of your mother's health, father's health is possible. Now, both the places are the places, third house and ninth house, ruled for the health of the parents as well. For third house, it is the health of the mother. The ninth house is the health of the father. So, in those cases, sometimes sudden travel related to their health is also seen. But Rahu in the third house is an extremely courageous planet. Aspected by Jupiter, that means you will take the right step as well. Make sure, if you are turning or want to turn your hobby into your profession, this is an absolute right time. Because Ketu is in the ninth house, there is possibility that you will get lot of spiritual dependence. There is possibility of getting into lot of learning related to Bhagavad Gita, related to the Holy Quran, the Bible, and stuff like that. You'll be reading more and more and learning more and more about it. That's what all about the Rahu Ketu transit. In the next 18 months, your courage is going to be at the peak, and your knowledge is going to increase like crazy, and you'll become more humble and spiritually very much attuned to the universe. Moon enters into the Capricorn sign, that is the second house for you. Moon is the eighth house lord coming to the second house. If there is any dispute, any fight that is going on related to partnership, related to inheritance, related to in-laws, you will see that there is positivity that comes here. You may even gain from your in-laws during this time, or maybe some shared resources, partnership, inheritance wise, you get some kind of positive news here. Later, Moon will come to the third house. Now, this is a point where your communication has to be under control, because your communication can create sudden ups and downs. Also, this is the time that you have to be careful about the longevity of you and your mother and stuff like that. Because, see, eighth house Lord is sitting eighth from itself, aspected by Mars. Sometimes vehicle accidents, some short distance travel, and some uncertainty happens in these cases. We have to be careful, not fanatically involved into it, but careful ki matlab we should be prepared about some kind of mishap that can happen. Rahu and Moon in the third house, that means emotionally you will try to attract someone or try to achieve some kind of sympathy, but that is going to work against you. So try to be more open, more clear in your communication rather than doing some false communication here. Later, Moon will enter into the fourth house for you. Now, this is the time that eighth house Lord is ninth from itself. There can be possibility of getting some kind of property transaction done. Achanak say, like, suddenly you will see that property transactions. Oh, Roji, see, I hurt my thumb and see blood is coming. I was playing with one of the see blood. I was playing with one of the pins here, and it went into see. I was talking about some kind
I
of
think
yeah.
you should pause video and first
Don't worry,
put something here on.
don't worry. ज़्यादा लग गया है. See, it is dripping now. Blood.
That's why I'm saying put ice here or put something
Don't worry,
here.
all good. होना ही था. जब Rahu comes to the seventh house, all these key things happen. Here, see, I've given blood for you guys. कितना सारा blood ऐसा ऐसा टीका. Anyways,
You have Mars, debilitated
Mars,
Mars in your fourth house these days.
12th house.
12th house.
So much blood coming. रोहित जी. टीका भी लग गया था. Anyways, I love all this. I love blood. Anyways, where were we? Yes, Moon enters into Capricorn, and that is Moon that is in ninth from the eighth house. So suddenly you can get or gain from your in-laws, also from shared resources. If any property kind of transaction is what you're looking for, then also you will see some profit in those areas. So all the best. Have make the most of this time. Don't let it go like this. Mercury, on the other hand, will enter into the sixth house. Mercury here is the Kendra Lord, the Lord of the seventh house and the Lord of the 10th house. If you have been going through any kind of divorce related stuff, or anything that says that you'll get a little bit of challenges in your partnerships, or sometimes even says that you are not happy with your partner and you want to say that I want to get separate, this is that time that you can get separate as well. This whole month is going to be very favorable for you. Many cases, health of the partner has to be taken into consideration, because your spouse can be in little bit of difficult health kind of situations here, which needs a lot of attention. So that's what is required. Mercury in the sixth house also means that there can be some challenges in the area related to your career, related to what you're committing, over commitment, sometimes speaking rubbish, sometimes speaking out of not required, and then you're speaking. This is what all happens here. So you have to be careful in those areas. Okay, all the best. And Moon enters into Aries, into the Mesha Rashi. There is one very great thing, like this is like one of a lifetime kind of things that is happening again. Moon and Mars are doing Rashi Parivartan. The fifth and the eighth house have anything in exchange. This means that this is the time to play lottery. This is the time to do speculative investments, because something great is seen and will be coming for all the Sagittarius ascendant people. So do not miss this opportunity of speculative gain. Education wise also, this is the time that occult will be a kind of a very practice for you. So make sure that in the occult area of life, you are you are actually aligned with it. So if any sometimes some small upayas or some small remedies of mantra chanting or doing some remedies can actually also trigger, uh, if you're going through moons and Mars Mahadasha, like I am going through Moon and Mars Mahadasha, if that is the case, then something great is going to happen and you are going to get some very great speculative windfall. Let's hope for the best. See, I gave my blood for you guys. है ना वो उसमें घुस गया. Now something good is going to happen to you. All the best. Have a great time. And education wise also, many people can start learning something very new related to occult, and that's a surprise here. That do at your own pace astrology for beginners. We have 16 astrology classes with 40 plus hours of pre-recorded lectures and 1 hour of free appointment after you complete this. So that's, I think maybe that is what is happening for you guys. All the people who enrolled this week, last week 82 people enrolled. This week, if again I'm hoping 70 to 75 people will enroll, then there is possibility that you know this is that combination that brought you here, and mostly Sagittarius people may enroll. So all the best. Capricorn ascendant. So this is Rohitji's sign also. If you see Rohitji, one of the biggest transit that you're waiting for has happened. Your second house lord is come back to the second house. That means Rahu and Ketu are entering into Aquarius and Leo. Unfortunately, here in the presentation we have not been able to move them because there is some mistake here. Rahu and Ketu used to supposed to be in the second and the eighth house, but there is some mistake here, Rohitji. So here, Rohitji, I changed the wrong graphics. So Rahu and Ketu have been transited to the second and the eighth house. Not worried about Rahu that much because Rahu in the second house is good for material possession. It is the house of Earth, that means house of money, and Rahu is a material planet. But when it comes to Ketu, Ketu has now come to the right placement, and this is the house, the eighth house. This is the house that is related to moksha, spiritual progress. When Ketu comes to the eighth house, it gets you into extremism, extreme spiritual transformation. That's what the role of Ketu here is. If you're by chance going through any Ketu Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, you will see that what kind of spiritual exploration you will start doing, digging into a lot of occult sciences, trying to learn new languages, trying to learn new things, changing your appearance, your look, your attitude, it's like intense when it comes to Ketu in the eighth house. When we talk about Rahu in the second house, this is about material wealth also. So just see the balance that God has created with Rahu and Ketu being opposite axis. That means materially you will be absolutely comfortable, as well as spiritually you will be evolving. Such a beautiful time for Capricorn ascendant people. Second house Rahu can make your speech, remember, your speech more positive. Why? Because it is getting aspect of Jupiter, and that is if you see Jupiter is in the ninth aspect of Jupiter on the second house, that means wealth is going to increase also, as well as your speaking, those who are in speaking, those who are in teaching, those who are in mentoring, those who are in sales, marketing, you will see a lot more conversion after you speak. And Rohitji, as we discussed, you said you are also Capricorn ascendant, and you said that you want to start something that is just related to spiritual teaching and speaking. Exactly, you're in the right time to do this. So that's what a very good news for you is. Later, Moon will enter on 18th of May, that same day, into the sign of Capricorn in your ascendant, making getting a 100% positive aspect of Mars from the house of Moon. That is an exalted aspect here. Because of partnership from your partners, there can be some kind of possible monetary gains that you can see here. That is one positivity. In many cases, in relationship also, you see that relationship is now improving with your spouse, with your business partner. Relationship will be improving. Finally, after 18 years, Moon will be meeting Rahu in Aquarius for the first time. after 18 damn years. It's a long time. This is the second house, and moon is the seventh. It's a maraka. Maraka means it can create health problems, and with Rahu here, it can create problem in your dental, any dental related problem, any ulcers in the mouth. There can be possibility in the eyes. You find eye fatigue or sometimes getting overworked in the eyes. These are the things that you need to be absolutely careful about during this transit. On the other hand, moon is also saying that there can be some wealth that can be achieved or acquired through partnerships. That is one great news. Finally, moon will enter into Pisces. This is also one great possibility, and this possibility is here in Pisces sign. When moon comes, it is sitting with the exalted Venus, which is supposed to be the yoga karka for Capricorn ascendant people. Very nice time to actually speak your heart out, communicate rightly with any person possible. There is short distance travel that can happen. Suddenly you can be going towards short distance places. So all the best about that kind of things, and you are really going to gain during this period. Some gains are coming because there is one positivity. Moon is sitting ninth from the seventh house. That means your destiny works when it comes to partnership, traveling with your siblings, with your younger siblings. There is going to be some positivity and possibilities with friends, with neighbors, even those who are working on social media, those who are in communication, journalism, writing, speaking, marketing, teaching. You will see great progress for you guys. Mercury will be entering into the fifth house of Taurus. Mercury is the sixth house lord, as well as Mercury is the ninth house lord. In this chart, Capricorn ascendant, remember, if there is any kind of judicial problems, any kind of problems related to court cases, Mercury is responsible. And here, Mercury coming to the fifth house of speculative gains, that means from your workplace, some great speculative gain is coming. And because ninth house lord is ninth from itself, education becomes awesome for you. Some great possibility of education comes. There is possibility of hearing some good news from children, especially Mercury being representing the daughter. If you have daughter, some good news about your daughter or some positive news about your daughter is supposed to be coming, which will be very fulfilling for you, all the Capricorn ascendant people. Fifth house is also the house of speculative gains. During this time, if you are trying or thinking of taking debt, it's not a good idea. This is not the time of taking debt, but try to be as content and neutral as you can, because if you take debt, there is going to be possibility of it creating more debt later in your life. So not a very right time to take debt. Okay, otherwise very beautiful time for education and other stuff. Finally, moon Chandra will come into Aries, and this is the time that there is a Rashi Parivartan happening between two Kendra lords, which is called a Raja Yoga. Here the fourth house lord has gone to the seventh house, and seventh house lord has gone to the fourth house. That means here there is going to be, this week is all about partnerships and some gains through partnership. That is very prominent here. It cannot be avoided. See all the planets on the left side of your chart. Your second house of communication, speech, third house of communication, fourth house of sukha, fifth house of creativity, sixth house of your daily work and routine, seventh house of your partnership. Everything is active. And many people also say when this kind of situation happens, there is kal sarpa dosha that happens. But honestly, there is no Kal Sarpadosha. It is said that in the 16 primary books of Vedic astrology, start from Brihad Parashara, Hora Shastra to Bhigu Sahita, there is nowhere mentioned something like Kal Sarpadosha. I don't know who invented it. Maybe it came later after the Ravan Sahita got published, and lot of things from Ravan Sahita came in. That is why this name came in. But there is nothing as Kal Sarpadosh. My guru, Mr. K.N. Rao, says there is no Kal Sarpadosh. My grandfather, Dhani Ramji, he used to say there is no Kal Sarpadosh. Rohit ji says there is no Kal Sarpadosh. So I also say there is no Kal Sarpadosh. So this is an absolute thing. Yeah. When you look at Kal Sarpadosh, if you go to the major period, Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, one, the emperor who ruled India, or we can say the Akhand Bharat, he was the one who had Kal Sarpadosh. Jawaharlal Nehru had Kal Sarpadosh. Are these people? They're like very big people who have such Kal Sarpadosh. So no Kal Sarpadosh. Okay. Otherwise, you will see here Moon is in the sign of Aries. Mars here, there is going to be a lot of gains through partnership. There is going to be a possibility of transactions of real estate also, sometimes shifting, sometimes gains through vehicles, or sometimes new vehicles get added to your life. So all the best. Have a great time. And we are doing astrology for beginners, 16 pre-recorded astrology classes. It is already available for all the people to learn astrology in a more structured manner. I um, I was talking to someone, Rohiji. Someone did the course and they have an appointment also. I was just talking to them because they had some doubts to be cleared. They said that, sir, I've done almost 10 to 12 astrology courses, and this is the most structured one. I'm not saying that this is my course, so it's very big and whatnot. It is the whole team that has given so much of input to make this course successful. So, all the best for all the people who have taken this. And 40 plus hours of lectures. Getting into true Vedic knowledge is not so simple. Very segregated. You don't have to look anywhere. Everything is like just there for you. 1 hour of free appointment after the classes so that you can clear your doubts. So, all the best. Link is in the description. Go down, click on that WhatsApp, and you will see Samantha or Rishabh or Mayuri. There are so many people now working in our team. Thank you so much for God for progress, for this progress, and they can help you with your appointments. All the best. Aquarius rising, Aquarius ascendant. Now, your ascendant lord, that is Saturn, and your sub ascendant lord, that is Rahu, is coming back to your ascendant, and Ketu is coming to the seventh house. Now, when Rahu comes to the ascendant, the whole pattern of your nature, of your attitude, of your body language, of everything becomes material. And why not? Material wealth and material gains are required, and we need to be motivated to be materially very satisfied, because we want to make sure that we are having the great time of our lives. And here, Rahu is just going to do that. Getting an aspect, the ninth aspect of Jupiter here, it adds to more value because this Rahu is going to be in control. It's a wisdom oriented Rahu with material thought and process. So, in this time, a lot of startups can happen. Many people can do startups, many people can do something very unconventional, going out of their comfort zone and trying to really get beauty out of your soul. That's the kind of position of Rahu here. When Ketu comes to the seventh house, more and more spiritual collaboration. You start to make sure and try to understand that relationships are more than relationships. They are more of a spiritual window where you get a mirror to reflect some great things on your partner, and your partner reflects some great things on you. This is how beautiful this placement of Ketu in the seventh house really means for you. Ketu in the sign of Leo also means one great thing. This is a time of power to be restored. That means lot of power of yourself. See, the 10th house lord Ketu is being seen and said as the planet that rules Scorpio. The 10th house lord is 10th from itself. This means that it will give you more motivation towards your designation, towards your status in the society, towards hierarchy, towards relationships. And relationships are not going to be over the surface. It's going to be more deeper now. If you're getting married, if you're in a relationship, you will find more intense transformation in those areas. Later, Chandra or Moon, we say, is going to go into Capricorn. Chandra is the sixth house lord in the 12th house, makes a Vipreet Rajyog for all the Aquarius ascendant people. And Chandra is going to make sure that if workplace wise there is some kind of foreign commitment that you have, that you go to foreign country for training, for maybe relocation, this is the time that you will move one step closer to that dream of yours. There can also be possibility of monetary gains from foreign countries because Mars is putting an exalted aspect on the 12th house for you. So getting money from foreign expenses also in foreign countries. So don't real estate expenses because of real estate. Many people may be closing on their real estate during this time. So that is also possible. But everything has to be happening for the more and more positive scenario here. Such a beautiful placement of Mars and Moon in your chart. Very great. Later, again, Mars is still aspecting your ascendant, and here Moon is now making a combination with Rahu. One positive thing is that Jupiter from the fifth house is putting the ninth aspect of moon, making a Gaj Kesari Yog. But on the other hand, there is Grahana Yog, Gaj Kesari Yog. There is also something called Guru Chandal Yog. All three are active at the right time with the fourth yoga, that is Mahalakshmi Yog. So four yogas created by just one transit of the planet is a very big deal. Here moon tends to be very good, and sometimes those who are applying for loan debts, or sometimes those who are applying for any kind of positive news related to their workplace, or they're struggling to get new work, this is a possibility for you and something great is going to work out for you. Finally, moon goes into the second house of Pisces. Here the sixth house lord is in the second house. Because of workplace, your bank balance increases. And also remember, the yoga karka planet for this chart is Venus, and it is exalted and reaching its pure exaltation at 27 degrees in the sign of Pisces in Revati Nakshatra in the second house. That means because of moon and two benefits in the second house, it's going to be more uplifting in terms of your income wise. You're going to do very great, and your self respect as well as your net worth increases. So happy for Aquarius ascendant people. Finally, Mercury, which has been out of debilitation and in the sign of Aries now very fast, moves to the fourth house here. One thing that has to be into consideration: fifth house lord is sitting in the fourth house. That means loss of education. Sometimes you are doing some education and the deadline gets over and you're not able to give exams and this and that. So this is one thing that happens. Secondly, sometimes children also are going or traveling abroad. There is going to be things like children or your loved ones, your romantic partner getting separated from you, going to a foreign country, starting their education there. So that kind of situation is what can arise here. In many cases, because Mercury is also the lord of the eighth house, many people get inheritance or sometimes some bad news related to someone's family members getting sick or something like that, and especially that can be related to father and mother both, by the way. So very careful about that situation. Mercury says that do not be over creative during this time, because sometimes over commitment, over creative, or doing a lot of research in the wrong area can create losses or emotional disturbance for you. That's what is seen here. Finally, moon will come into Aries, the lord of the sixth house, exactly 10th from itself. This is the time that you may do short distance travel because of your work, or you may get notified that, oh my god, you have to go for a seminar here, you have to go for some short distance travel, maybe a field trip, maybe there is something that has to do with your workplace dynamics related to sometimes training, skill development is what happens when third house. So more, maybe some lectures or communication, or suddenly you're enrolled into some course, your company says here this is what you have to do next week. This is what is going to happen here. Let's hope for the best, and this is a beautiful, amazing, wonderful week for all the Aquarius ascendant people. Make the most of it. And because Jupiter has now come to the fifth house of education, aspecting the ninth house of higher education, this actually will suit you. And this is astrology for beginners. Do at your own pace 40 plus hours of pre-recorded 16 astrology classes that gives you a comprehensive note of from the beginning of astrology till all these 27 nakshatras, which will enlighten you and empower you to start working on astrological charts as well. So all the best. There is a link in the description. Those who want to take or think about astrology as their sidekick, this is an absolutely great time for you to learn and get a certification also. So all the best. Pisces ascendant. When we talk about Pisces ascendant, finally from your Kendra, Rahu and Ketu, Rohiji. So Rahu has gone finally from the ascendant to the 12th house. 12th house is foreign countries, long distance travel, spirituality, subconscious mind, fears, hidden enemies, and so many things. When any kind of malefic like Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Mars, Sun, they come to the 6th, 8th, and the 12th house, it is a good news for all the people, because here they thrive on greatness. One very possible thing that is happening for Pisces and people, those who are waiting for foreign settlement, here some kind of foreign settlement, great news related to foreign settlement is coming. When we talk about Ketu here, Ketu comes to the sixth house, in the workplace, in your mindset, in your brain, in your every routine. you will be more spiritual. There'll be more spiritual submission by all the people who have Ketu in the sixth house right now. If you're going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, then this is going to be a very special, extreme special period for you, because you will see that lot of interest in meditation, hatha yoga, anything to do in gym, going to this, all this exercise is what is going to happen for all the Pisces ascendant people. After this, moon is finally traveling into Capricorn. If you look at moon here, moon is the fifth house lord in the 11th house, aspected by Mars, which is putting an exalted aspect on moon here. That means lot of gains through speculation, getting share market, stock market. Those who are in all this financial business, financial transaction, you will see your growth. There is possibility that in many cases, many people also this time creatively speak in socials, like in a social setting. Those people who are in social media business or any business that is related to digital marketing, online business, you will see that your business is thriving to the best. Finally, the lord of the fifth house goes to the 12th house, and here Mars is aspecting moon with the eighth aspect. Sudden health problems or visiting hospitals, going to hospitals, not for your own self, maybe for someone else also is possible during this time, because Mars is aspecting with the eighth aspect on the 12th house. Here Rahu and moon, there are four yogas creating. You don't take it in a lighter way. Jupiter is aspecting this place, Guru Chandal Yoga. Jupiter is aspecting here. It is also Gaj Kesari Yoga. Very partial, but it is there. Then there is Mars aspecting here, Mahalakshmi Yoga. So see so many yogas, and also Moon and Rahu together is called Grahana Yoga. That means eclipse. So many things happening for you. Moon is meeting Rahu after 18 years for the first time in the sign of Aquarius. In the sign of Aquarius, Rahu thrives here. Your dreams, your pattern related to dreams are going to be the guide for you in the next 18 months. You will see that subconsciously you are receiving messages from the universe which are actually converting into greatness. And here moon comes. Moon is your mind. That means listen to your subconscious mind during this period. Sometimes health is the only scenario where you have to be careful. You have to visit hospitals during this time, or maybe a clinic, maybe doing some blood test or something like that. But that is what it is. Otherwise, it's good. Moon enters into the ascendant here. The fifth house lord goes to the ascendant in the Kendra and the Trikona, because the first house is quadrant as well as a trine. This means one of the most auspicious placement of moon with an exalted, what do you say, with an exalted Venus. Such a great time. Aesthetically, you can evolve yourself. Many people will be spending a lot of money on their beauty, on their makeup, on their this, that, whatnot. This is how you will see this time, as well as you will be of a charismatic personality. Wherever you go, whatever you try to put yourself out, wherever you are speaking, wherever your presence is there, you will be having an aura around you. It's such a beautiful time for all the people. Mercury, on the other hand, will enter into Taurus here. Now, Mercury is the Kendra Lord, sitting 12th from the 4th house. Losses to mother. Sometimes health of mother has to be taken into consideration, and you may be going to a hospital or maybe a clinic for the health of mother, or spending related to even your home, house, some kind of renovation, some kind of things that has to do with your vehicles getting stalled, and you say, oh my god, I have to spend some money on it. This is what is the possibility, because fourth house lord is sitting 12th from itself. One great thing that your communication with your siblings become very great, and sometimes they help you in this difficult situations. Even the lord of the seventh house in the third house, it's time for you to have clear communication with your partner and your spouse. More than that, Moon will enter into the sign of Aries, Rohiji. This is the second house where Moon is entering. The Lord of the fifth house in the second house. Lord of speculative gains in the second house of money and bank balance. That means, in all positive sense, your bank balance is going to increase, and there is going to be much more positive income sources that will be generated for you. Second house is also the house of speech. Those who are in any field that is related to speaking, teaching, mentoring, sales, marketing, dentistry, those who are working with the mouth area. they will see that progress in their life. One more great thing that is happening, Rohitji, is that a Rashi Parivartana between the fifth and the second house. That means abundantly, this is a very great week when it comes to monetary benefit. See, all the planets are in between Rahu and Ketu, and this means sometimes people call it Kal Sarpadosha also. This is not what it looks like. Many people will say Kal Sarpadosh is happening, this, that, whatnot, but honestly, nothing like that. In the 16 primary Vedic books of Vedic astrology, there is nowhere it is mentioned about Kal Sarpadosha, so it does not exist. But yes, all the planets are between Rahu and Ketu on the side of your Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. All the four Purusharthas of your life are active. So make right decisions. Great time for monetary benefit, great time for status improvement, and also great time to do this astrology for beginners at your own pace. The astrology course with 40 plus hours of pre-recorded lectures and 1 hour of free appointment after the lecture. So all the best. Have a great time. Thank you, Rohitji, for your service as well, and all the best to you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Akashji. And this week really is so interesting because of these two major planets, Rahu and Ketu, transiting, and in very much detail, along with the precautions and remedies you told. Thank you very much, and to all the family members for the classes and for the consultation. The number is the same and common, and there is a link in description box. You can approach anytime when you have a personal consultation. Thank you very much. Thank you, Akashji. Thank you very much for your efforts as well, and a detailed description of all the 12 ascendants. Thank you very much.
Thank
We'll
you,
meet you in
Rohitji.
some next video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di.
Jai Mata
Om
Di,
Namah
Jai
Shivaya.
Mahalakshmi. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.